Hello there in YouTube world. Today we are showing a Gustav Keller romantic guitar. It has the label inside. You probably can't see it in this angle with the darkness, but it is datable by the label because the label has an address for the shop that it was made in. And in Gustav Keller's career, they say he was at that shop for only 2 years, the records show. This all came from AI, so it could be completely fake. But anyway, it certainly makes sense that was when he was making guitars. So it says 1904, 1905. I'm inclined to believe him. I bought it from the owner who got it from his great-grandfather, who was the man who brought it over from Germany in 1918 or so after the war. Gustav Keller was a zither maker. There's not a lot of guitars out there with his name on it. I've only ever seen one other one on the internet. And the story is that it was traded after the Second World War for cigarettes and chocolate. And also, the story goes that it was custom made for the Munich Philharmonic Orchestra, which was known as the Came Orchestra at the time. It was specially made for them. So that's why I refer to it as the Mahler guitar, because in 1904, 1905, Gustav Mahler was writing his 7th Symphony, and he was writing, for one of the movements, he wrote for mandolin and guitar. Now, typically, that guitar part is usually covered by one of the second violinists. It's not a very involved part, so you don't need a master guitar player to do it. And so, why would the Munich Philharmonic want to buy a romantic guitar? Well, at the time, Gustav Mahler worked for the Came Orchestra as a conductor, and he debuted a couple of his symphonies with them. It wasn't the world debut of his 7th Symphony, but he did do the 7th Symphony with them. So my theory is that he wandered down the street to Gustav Keller, who was a couple blocks away, the zither maker, who made wonderful zithers and was a zither virtuoso, and said, "Yeah, I'd like you to make me a guitar to use in my 7th Symphony." And that's why I call it the Mahler guitar, because that's what I think, or that's my hypothesis. There is no marks on it, no way to prove it. Look at the beautiful gold and pearl on the button, and then on the bridge pins too. Okay, so there's no way to prove that, but of course we'll do a little test right now, because basically, what would Gustav Mahler have wanted from a guitar for that 4th movement of his 7th Symphony? He would have wanted a guitar that was loud enough to play with an orchestra and fill a concert hall. So, I have a decibel meter here. We're going to see if this guitar is louder than 2 other romantic guitars that I have here. It will not be completely scientific. The strings are of different ages and different types, but they are all nylon strings. So that's what we're going to try, and we'll determine if this particular guitar is louder. You can see that the back is kind of got a bit of a oval shape to it, and it's biggest or widest opposite the sound hole. So we'll just turn on our decibel meter here to read probably to the 60 to 90 zone here. We'll see what it does when I pluck the E string. Now these are all tuned to D, by the way. So I think the peak I saw there was 73 decibels. So now we'll move over to this romantic guitar here, and it's a bizarre instrument because it's actually a baritone scale length. But let's just see. So let's see what kind of decibels we can get out of the E string on this. So I got a 72 out of it. So 1 decibel louder than the guitar that you would think would certainly be louder with the bigger scale length. And then this guitar here, which is even older, it's probably like 1850s. But let's see what we can get out of it. I thought I saw a 74 off the hop, but I certainly couldn't get another 74 out of it. So, yeah, maybe it is a little louder. Anyway, I'm calling it the Mahler guitar, even though there is no evidence of it, just because that's the story that I'm going to tack onto it. Thanks for watching, and I hope you enjoyed.